Now, it's been closed for 20 years, but Prestwick's historic cinema, the Broadway, is being brought back to life thanks to a charity dedicated to its restoration. Friends of the Broadway have secured a grant to purchase the building and are now beginning essential works. The last film screened there was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 1976. Since then, it's been a bingo hall and an amusement arcade. They hope it will start welcoming audiences back for a night at the pictures again very soon. As Caitlin Hutchinson reports.
It was once the jewel in Prestwick's crown, built in 1935 at a time when cinema was king. But it had to move with the times, and the building has played host to all manner of amusements over the years in order to survive.
The only thing I've not done here is played bingo. I've watched a film here as a 12-year-old watching the Poseidon Adventure. I've played squash in the squash courts down here. I've spent many hours in the amusements at the front as a youngster. They used to have the school prize givings down here. So it'd be great to see films back in Prestwick.
There was always what we called the wee picture, which was normally quite good. And then you had the news, forthcoming attractions, sometimes a cartoon. We never came upstairs, they were the dear seats. We never went to cheap seats down at the front. It was usually the mid-stalls we went to.
One ticket for the matinee, sir?
Yes, please.
In what was known as the golden age of cinema, admission prices here ranged mostly from around 1 to 3 shillings. If you were down there in the cheap seats, it could be as little as 6p.
Fueled by memories of its heyday, Friends of the Broadway are now working hard to bring it back to life. They can't wait to start selling tickets again. But first, they need to fundraise.
First thing we'll probably look to get rid of would be the 2 squash courts that are in the back of the cinema. And once the building's made safe, it's largely about rebuilding and designing and working with our architects.
And there's much from the original cinema to save, including one of Scotland's best preserved 1930s-era projection rooms.
This is our very own cinema paradiso. We've got the original record which they played during the intermissions, we've got the lighting equipment, the amplifiers, and of course the projectors. Buildings like these can make people feel happier, more joyful, more connected, less lonely, less isolated, and that's what we're bringing back.
The rebuild will also include a museum space to showcase its rich history.
We're really fortunate the Broadway is such an incredible survivor. Behind me we've got original wallpapers and clocks on the wall, and the projection room's like a time capsule. So the vision of the museum is to preserve the nation's collective memory of cinema going, and that's everything from intermission and usherettes serving ice cream to preserving the art of projection, and again preserving not just the memories of the Broadway but all of the cinemas all across Scotland.
It's spent a long time with its shutters up, but the lights are now well and truly back on at the Broadway, with a grand reopening just around the corner. Caitlin Hutchinson, STV News, Prestwick.